And it's like, I don't know why. I just don't want to see anyone's butthole.
You want a big slice of mediocre pizza? Hold on, I'm taking a money shot to the mug, baby. No, the government is making big shits on my car to make me think birds are real. But they're doing it too much.
If you have a wash dick when you show up, you will be fired because we know you cannot read instructions. You ever just cum a bunch of pebbles?
Almost exclusively.
Like solid pebbles or liquidy pedals?
Pedals?
Pebbles.
I come
Pedals.
I come solid.
Would you rather?
No,
okay.
wait. I come solid pebbles, and there's liquidy rose petals.
Ooh.
Is that what everyone's working with?
I'm thinking
or no?
solid pebbles.
Uh-huh.
Suspiciously slimy rose petals.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
not
working
always
with.
rose petals. I feel like depending on what pollen's in season, you're coming like different types
I
of
never
flower
promised
petals.
you a rose garden.
I mean,
a song by The Damned?
Maybe? Possibly?
It's not UK subs. Someone fact check. It's been a while since anyone's fact checked.
Yeah, we need a good fact checker
So clearly
on
everything
this
we
show.
say is real?
Yeah, everything we say,
truthful?
we craft our own
All right.
reality.
Here we are, folks. Episode
inevitable.
94?
4-ish?
Ish?
Sure, I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, I'm just talking
We're
into
just
a can at
fucking-
this point.
Oh, yeah.
I sound like I'm on
talking.
old-timer radio.
Yeah. I want our podcast to be like, fucking God. Fuck.
I want our podcast to be as good as fucking God. Do you understand me?
I got a lot of burps. War of the Worlds radio show?
Yes, but
Where they thought, Jesus Christ.
So what are people? What are we trying to convey to people that's real? Like, what are we trying
The
to do?
world is ending.
When and how?
Let's say
Let's throw out a hot prediction.
2042 is the year. So we got time.
Yeah,
so do
a
your
little
shit.
bit.
Do you want to go month and day?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna go to 2042 June 24th.
Okay.
June 24th, 2042. That's my prediction.
So 6/24/42.
There's something in there.
Pretend it's the locker combination.
Because 4 and 2 equals up to 6.
Okay.
And
Are
there's
you
two
into-
sets of 2 and 4.
Have you ever watched the movie The Number 23?
A long time ago.
Yeah,
Like
with
longer,
Jim Carrey?
so long ago I can't necessarily remember anything in it.
But have you looked into that
Like the whole Number 23
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked into it.
It's very interesting. I think that movie's good. Apparently it has horrible ratings. I saw
Yeah.
it in theaters. But there is like a thing because then immediately after, my full government name is 23 letters.
Like letters long?
Yeah. And then like you start, there's something to it. And I listened to a podcast recently
14?
that like the whole, like it is a weird number and it does have a
Right.
lot of,
Like there is a lot of
again,
like numerous.
I'm basically trying to say I don't think that movie's as bad as people make it out to
But I
be.
mean, you kind of have to have a belief in numerology to really follow along with that. you
Yeah,
know?
well, like one of the more interesting points of that movie is the beginning where, like, during the credits, it says all the things that the. If you look
Right,
that
yeah.
up, then like I'm not interested in numerology at all. But then when you look at those things, it is interesting. I think a lot of it is. I think a lot of shit is just coincidence.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. Anyway, we're the Dapper Dads.
We're the Dapper fucking dads.
I don't know if we've ever said that. Like that. I'm Slim.
I'm Drama.
That's not right.
No, that's not. Let's. I'm Slim.
Yeah, and I'm Drama.
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
that seems better.
Slim and Drama are the Dapper Dads, and
yeah.
we are so pleased to have you listening to us again.
Yeah.
If you're a first-time listener, why on earth did you hop in on
You
94-ish?
fucked up.
Like, you need to go back to
You
like
definitely-
36 and like
you definitely
start
didn't
there.
stick around after the
No.
intro was "Have you ever come pebbles?"
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
If this is your first
Fruity
time and you
Pebbles?
stuck past cum
or
pebbles,
Frankenberry,
poo pebbles.
poo pebbles.
Yeah, that's where
Mine
it's
looks
at.
like Frankenberry, not to be confused with.
Bless that Frankenberry flavor.
What are the other three? The
Boo
other
Berry
two,
and,
Boo Berry, Frankenberry.
And Count Chocula.
Okay, Count Chocula is different.
I don't like Count Chocula. I prefer Frankenberry.
I don't think I even remember.
Blueberry's like blueberry cereal.
Yeah, I'm not
Frankenberry's
a-
like strawberry, I think.
Maybe I'd be with Frankenberry. I did like Count
Yeah,
Chocula.
I'm a Frankenberry. I'd rather
I'm a
have
Frankenberry.
I'd rather have chocolate Cocoa Pebbles. I'd rather have Cocoa Pebbles than Count Chocula.
Yeah, Cocoa Pebbles are fire. There's a lot of good cereals.
I-
Cereal's getting weird nowadays.
Honestly, man, cereal is getting odd. I saw
Yeah.
like chocolate raspberry Captain Crunch or something
yeah,
like
they're
that.
just
Like, what
getting
the fuck is
fucking
that?
Crazy.
Like, why can't we just? I mean, I get we have to move past like normal cereals everyone knows, but like, there was a cereal out there called Quisp. It's Quisp.
Yeah.
It's Captain Crunch, but it's in a round shape so it doesn't cut your fucking mouth up when you eat it. It's fucking
Captain
delicious.
Crunch is, I think, the best cereal.
It is a top tier cereal.
opinion.
Peanut butter crunch. What's your opinion on that?
I hate peanut butter.
See, I like a good peanut butter crunch. I had a box the other day.
I like
'cause
oops all berries just because the fact
I
that they're
can't
like, oh
stand
fuck,
the berries.
oh fuck,
Oh fuck,
berries.
oh fuck, we boxed up a bunch of berries.
Pull the lever for those other things.
I saw, what was the cereal I got recently? It was Frosted Flakes with Lucky Charms marshmallows in it. That was actually surprisingly good. It was good. I prefer, because I don't like the Lucky Charms cereal.
I don't know
I don't like
day
how
of the
that
week
tastes.
I just do that. You know what I mean?
That's your breakfast cereal?
I don't even eat breakfast, but I mean, like, I feel like you gotta have a day of the week when you're like, I set everything aside.
Hey, I gotta
cancel my appointments. I have Frosted Flakes
with Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Hold my calls, bitch.
I
gotta figure out how this goes.
I've got a small box about yay big of Dollar Tree brand sugar crisps at the house. I'm gonna pour some milk in when I get home and eat.
What did I have recently? Because I was on a kick for a minute trying to get into the weird cereals. There's just a lot of options.
There's too much. Have you tried that Sour Patch Kids cereal?
No,
I do not want to try that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. Sour. I like sour, but not sour. I can have like a mouthful of Sour Patch. Yeah, give me Warhead cereal. That's what I want.
Go to www.thedapperdads.com.
Tell us about your weird cereals.
Anonymous me, submit your weirdest cereal endeavors.
Also send us your weirdest cereal ideas that you have. Some other ones I saw recently. I saw Nutter Butter cereal. I saw Vanilla Wafer cereal.
I saw that.
I would try the Vanilla Wafer
donut cereals recently.
Yeah, I don't know how. I like Oreos, but I don't know how I feel about donut
I'm not crazy
cereal.
About Oreos. What did I have recently? Oh, I had Dippin' Dots. That's what I've gotten into. It was whatever, and then there's big chunky chocolate balls in it that you don't see when you take a spoonful.
I do like a good chunky chocolate ball.
It's a little much. I had something else weird too. I was trying to get, I think, a cinnamon toast crunch. Was there something? A sugar cookie toast crunch?
I did see that. Yeah,
and then I missed.
I had
missed
sugar.
the boat.
I had the sugar cookie.
How was
crunch.
it?
It was delicious.
Fuck, I missed.
It was so good.
Boat.
It was like, picture like, because you know
they're doing all this shit.
You know how like cinnamon toast crunch is like, it has like that layer of the cinnamon on there.
Yeah.
Picture the cinnamon layer with like another layer of like almost glazed frosting on there, and that's kind of what. Picture like cinnamon toast crunch.
You got to fix your suspender because it reminds me of when a bra strap falls off, and that's one of my things, and I can't have that. I can't be.
No,
I don't like when a woman makes a show of it. I like when it slips off naturally. Because
that's what I was going
the
for.
Titties so hard that the strap just falls.
I just like rip it. I like it when I fuck up a bra, like where like a girl has to buy a new one because like we're just going at it. So
you know what's exciting for nowadays is these bras that aren't really holding anything together, and they're usually floral and like they're like a doily on a titty.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're not doing anything for anybody.
But they just look
exciting.
They're called
different.
bralettes.
Okay,
that's what they're called.
Interesting.
They're called bralettes,
I like
and they're yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Will Ferrell in Old School. Once he like gets married and then they go to like the couples therapy, and he's like, I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm looking at a woman's ass and I'm like, what kind of underwear is it? Is it like boy shorts? Is it a thong? Is it something I don't even know anymore?
What's your preference?
Underwear wise?
Yeah.
I think we've touched on this. It's a boy short.
I was going to say boy short.
I like a frilly, whatever that is.
I like a nice high waisted. If I had to pick
a high waist.
I love a good high waist. Oh,
well, like a high waist is fine, but these women are doing this thing where it's like a love handle high waist.
No, see, I don't like. I like a woman with an appropriate body. If she's got like a nice frame on her and she can pull off the high waist, that's what I like. I don't like these. I don't like these fat bitches.
Them up, and it's like a 80s.
And but they're pulling it up, and then like I know what you're talking about. Like way up
and
there.
it's like a weird vagina scenario.
Yeah, it look. No, I'm talking a high-waisted boy short. Have you seen these?
Yeah.
That's what I'm all about.
I like a frilly. I don't think it's a boy short, and I think we've said this exact thing on here, and someone has submitted what it is, and we've forgotten because we don't care.
We drink too much.
But it's like a frilly. Yeah, it's just high on the ass cheek. Whatever we want to consider that.
I'm okay with that.
A boy short is good, but I like even a little bit more.
A high-waisted. If I get a high-waisted lacy boy short like that, I'm not a big lingerie guy. I'm not. I don't really like it.
A lot of pressure.
Weird. Too much pressure, and it's like I'm just gonna take it off to fuck you anyway.
Not even crazy about thongs. But
it's like I don't give a shit about the wrapping paper.
I follow some people on Instagram, and they're pulling these things up.
So
and then we're getting a weird. Like,
it looks like you're getting a pussy wedgie, is what it looks like.
And I'm seeing some flaps outside of the vagina.
Yeah, I'm seeing things.
You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
I'm seeing your vagina.
I'm essentially seeing your vagina.
I'm not seeing like a hole or anything.
It's like when those girls wear like those
over him.
It's like when those girls
It's
are
like a
bending
muffin
over
top
in those
of a
things.
vagina?
It's like when those girls are wearing those things, they bend over. You can absolutely see their butthole. Like there's no other way around it.
I just don't know what's going on.
And it's like I don't know why. I just don't want to see anyone's butthole. Like I want to know it's okay to see someone's butthole. I don't want to see. I don't want to see a surprise butthole. Like
no one
I
wants to be surprised by a butthole.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like if I'm in a sexual position with a woman and I see her butthole, that's fine. We mentioned something great on the Patreon, which we should talk about. Definitely
we can't talk about Patreon. Just go to www.patreon.com/dapperdads
and
pay
subscribe.
the $5. Then you'll know what we're talking about.
We just cut a real hot, juicy take before this for Patreon, and we exposed a lot about ourselves. Outside of actually showing you guys our penises, this is
coming.
It's definitely coming. It's CUMMIN apostrophe, my boys. Are we gonna light this?
Yeah, we were gifted. Shout out to
George Kaplan.
Yes, a big fan of the show. Great, solid guy. Gifted us something, which we want to also say we will accept your gifts. We'll take them in person.
We love taking gifts.
If not, we'll give you Slim's address, not mine, and
you can mail them.
Mail them to us. But we were gifted a just fantastic Homer Simpson's candle.
It is so odd looking.
Yeah, he looks just
I have a feeling
it's
when
like
this thing
bootleg.
I have a feeling when this thing was manufactured, it was probably painted better, because when you take like a good look at it, like you can kind of see where there was like some paint on the eyeballs.
He looks so disinterested. What's shocking.
He looks very disinterested, and I feel like there may have been more paint around like the arms and face. Because when you look at it, it's like the shoes are a solid black wax, the pants are a solid blue wax, his arms and shirt up to his neck are a solid white wax. And then the head is that Simpsons yellow, but it looks like someone painted
actual arms
the eyeballs.
Are white.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like his skin is white on his arms, but the skin above his shirt.
This is a classic bootleg.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And so we had talked about keeping the, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, but like just keeping it as is.
Yeah.
Dexterity is not the right word here. Yeah. The prosperity of the item, and just not burning it. But we thought something that would be kind of fun. We're going to go ahead and light this motherfucker on the show here, and we definitely have him not sitting on a piece of crack-looking tin foil over here.
That was used for something else.
We're going to go ahead and light Homer up on the show here, and if you watch the video, this will be fun for you to watch. You could probably do a time-lapse of it. But like I said, we would like to thank George for this. This is fantastic. Thank you so much.
What are you even doing?
I'm trying to talk into the mic and light it at the same time. There we go.
This looks exciting.
But no, George, thanks a lot, man. And that's not his real name. We're not giving out his full government name on the show. No. Don't worry.
But yeah, if you want to give us weird shit, we'll fuck.
We accept all weird gifts. If you take a look on the back here, we have a lovely postcard from two big fans right here in town.
This doesn't show up great on the video because of the light, but I can't turn the light off now. You guys know how I am with light. But yeah, we have a wonderful postcard. Shout out Dan and Carly.
Love you guys. We'll be porching with you very soon.
Yeah, we're coming to your porch. Heavy,
like real heavy, full of natter days.
And then we got a wonderful note from Jill and Ted when they presented us with
beautiful
a gift of mugs that are beautiful.
And I mean, we have several other like fun things up here. But if you guys ever want to gift us with something, we will shout you out on the show. We will keep it down here in the dungeon, and we'll put it with our collection.
We're gonna let this burn unless it gets to a weird point, because I'd like to.
That is a nice big flame going on the top of there so far.
Big unsavory.
This is the type of candle you light when your power goes out and you need to illuminate a room.
Yeah, this is
now. See, what I'm worried about is, or what will end up being like the saving grace of this thing, is the angle that Homer's head is at. It's not like a perfectly straight up and down, so it's either gonna all run down his back, or I want it to like run down his face. I at least want to melt this thing down to half the face. I feel like
I'd like to get it around the eyes.
We're gonna keep you updated throughout the episode as what happens.
Watch the video, Also, email us, dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. If you want to send us something, you can email us, and we'll give you Slim's address, and you can show up outside of his house.
And if you do, I will shoot you. So help me God.
Got the chopper by the window.
Got that stendo by the window.
Yeah, email things if you fucking care to. Otherwise, we don't give a shit because no one does. We just got a lot of spam. Call 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. We can't just... I know we're both just staring at this. I know. I've also realized...
Yeah, because we definitely have ADD.
We're both like...
because do we have a little bit of pyromania? Can we agree on that?
Oh, I have full-fledged.
Yeah, I'm glad we get full-fledged pyromania.
I just also know I'm an adult, and I'll go to jail.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like, I'm just looking at that large flame. Yeah. See, I love the little blue bit at the bottom of a fire.
Yeah,
that's like that. That's my favorite shade of blue. When people are like, "What's your favorite color?" I'm like, the blue at the bottom of a fire.
Yeah, call 4027-DAPPER or text us, whatever the fuck you want to do. And if it's a voicemail, we'll play it on the show. If it's text, we might talk to you. Do whatever you want. Yeah, I can't not look at this. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be a candle-centric episode, so don't expect a lot of content.
Follow us on Twitter at DapperDads, where we'll be tweeting. Just right off the get-go, if you're listening to this the day it comes out, we are
in Minneapolis.
On our way to or in Minneapolis this whole weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is Soundset, which we talk about at great lengths. And we will be talking about the next episode. Just a peek behind the curtain, will be recorded before Soundset because we've learned our lesson.
Anxious energy.
Afterwards
is a nightmare.
We're dead, and you guys won't enjoy it. So we're recording it before. So it'll be 2 episodes before you hear a recap. But hopefully some things happen. But if you're listening to this the day of Friday or Saturday or Sunday, hit us up at the number or look on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram will be posting some stories and pictures and whatnot. See what we're up to. Tell us what you think is going to happen. What do you think? Instagram is at dapperdadspodcast. Just get that out of the way. Go follow that. What are your predictions for Soundset weekend?
I'm picturing a lot of, let me take a look into the future here using my slim sight. I believe there will be lots of drunkenness. I'm picturing good times to be had by all.
Okay.
Lots of new experiences for me because we're doing a lot of new firsts for me on this trip. Up to but not including the Mall of America. Seeing Fundo. Oh, this I fucking love. Oh, you got to watch the video for that. I'm not even spoiling that. That was fucking gorgeous. You know, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that too.
In honor of Homer.
In honor of Homer and George. George Kaplan, bless your heart, man. Can't wait to hang out with you soon. Predictions for Soundset.
Yeah, we're going to Mall of America. It's your first time.
My very first time going to the Mall of America.
Twice or so.
What else am I doing for the first time? Seeing Fundo.
Liquor
Lyles.
DJ Fundo. Liquor Lyles, which is a phenomenal. That used to be like the staple of Minneapolis before we've branched out so much. Beautiful place. They run a sweet 2-for-1 from open to close except 3 hours, 6 to 9 p.m.
And that is
everything
wild.
is 2-for-1. I'm talking shots. I'm talking mixed drinks. I'm talking weird beers that you ask the bartender what her preference is, and she gives you a terrible beer that tastes like cat piss. But yeah, there's a lot of things to be had there. Slim's first time. That's like I said, that used to be the go-to. But yeah, we're going to be getting into a lot of shenanigans.
I want to redeem myself from Soundset last year. I will say that. I want to make sure.
Made some wild choices.
I made some wild choices last year at Soundset. If you want to hear them, I don't even think I'll talk about them on the Patreon. You just got to see me in person. Catch me out at Buster's on a Monday. I'll tell you all about it. But I want to.
I would like to.
I want to redeem myself in a way.
I want to. Thing that I would like to live stream. I don't want to say it right now.
Okay.
It'll be Saturday morning-ish.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe on the YouTube, I'm thinking might be fun just
maybe
to test
Instagram?
that out. Instagram, I don't know if it has the longevity because we get into it for a little bit. It'll be pretty early on in the morning. We've done it every time we've been up there. It's a staple for the Dad Squad for sure. And it's been in a vlog. It's been talked about. But I thought maybe it would be a good idea. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. I don't know how anything works, but we're gonna try to keep you guys updated. But we're also gonna be drunk a lot and then a lot. Of
so we can't.
Apart,
so a lot of things that we're promising now, we can't promise that drunk us will do
later. Hit us
later.
up, check in on us. I like when we go out and people are like, "What are you guys up to?" And
then
we may or may not respond.
Let us know.
On the time of the day, but when
we definitely get real sad when we get drunk, and it's nice to know that people are thinking about. We constantly need attention. Like we crave the attention.
Clearly.
So like if you guys just want to check in on us, make sure we're not doing anything erratically stupid or illegal, but we probably will be.
Yeah.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you about it. We'll tell you what. If you text us when we're in Minneapolis, we will send you exclusive pictures from Minneapolis of what we're doing. Probably some of them are going to be pretty gross. Could there be a wiener in there? Possibly. Depends. Could there be four wieners inside of a pumpkin at one point?
Someone came up to the room and it wasn't the 6 girls outside
ladies that we tried to get at Prof Outdoors last year with Cole's belly on the window. Yeah. It almost happened.
But yeah, hit us up. I want to say buy some merch, www.thedapperdads.com/shop. We got some shirts. We got a lot of things coming in that. It's just taking a bit of time.
We got a summer collection coming out.
Big thing. Koozies and stickers are free. We haven't said it in a bit. We put out a call for koozies and people were interested. So we're sending those bitches out while supplies last. Once the koozies are gone, they're gone.
They are gone. We are not going to be making more.
So get the koozies. Again, they're free and we're happy to mail them within reason. Stickers are free.
Shout out to Not Your Real Dad's podcast. We sent them an exclusive care package filled with lots of Dapper Dad's goodies, and they received it, gave us a shout out on Twitter. Just so you guys are aware, we will be kicking your asses. There is no question about it.
Beat you to death.
I will physically beat the teeth out of your mouth, and it's not out of any form of disrespect. Like, I'm going to buy you some Steel Reserve afterwards.
No,
but just know I'm going to make you eat your fucking teeth.
Yeah. So, koozies and stickers are free. Get them while you still can. The stickers are plentiful, but the koozies are
a limited run item. We'll come up with something fun afterwards. We got a couple of ideas in the vault.
Yeah. Don't be a loser that's like, oh, I wish I'd gotten a koozie. Because we also... I'm notorious for just using one every time I need one. So
exactly.
They're dwindling.
My junk drawer has about 6 of them in there.
Every time I need a beer, I'm like, well, I'll just pop it in a brand new koozie. So they're flying off the shelves mainly because we're using them.
Yeah.
And then once they're gone, we'll sell them for a ridiculous rate.
Yeah, we'll put them for about $5.50 on eBay each, I think.
Yeah.
But, USD.
But we're
10 million yen.
Well, they're free. We'll mail them out. Don't be shy. We'll give them out, or we'll come drink Natter Days with you.
We will come if you invite us over to your place to drink with you. We will bring you cozies and fun stuff.
Yeah.
We don't show up empty-handed. Don't think we're the type of people that show up expecting things. We bring our own cases of Natter Days, one for each of us. Have about 30 each.
Yeah.
And then we bring our own cozies. We bring our own stickers. We bring you guys. We're hospitable guests. We're good people to have over.
Yeah.
I'll
get drunk and I'll talk too close
I
to your
will be
face,
asked to be spit on.
Hey, I'm just happy that you're into it, man.
Like this isn't something I thought
means
was gonna
to
work.
me. You know what I mean?
Fucking
work. You got a nice porch.
It's thanks to people.
You got a nice pussy. To a man. I won't say that to a woman.
No,
not
heavens,
in this.
no. Not in this political climate.
No, we can't.
No, we only talk about men's pussies these days.
Yeah.
It's the safest way to be.
Fluffy men's pussies.
I mean, it's got to be fluffy.
Are not taken care of.
No, obviously not. Because men wouldn't know how to take it.
If you had a pussy?
I would probably take immaculate care of it, to be 100%
Really?
honest. Oh, man, I would have that
Shaving
thing.
it?
Landing strip.
Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Bold.
Very bold.
Like
but if I'm gonna have a pussy, I'm gonna be exciting with it. I'm gonna be a slut. Like, that's all there is to it.
Oh yeah, we're being a slut.
Oh,
so you wake up tomorrow and you're a woman. What is your first thing that you do?
I'm gonna finger myself.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna use some type of
shove something in me.
That's what I'm saying. I would like to go buy a sex toy and use it on myself, because I've always been curious. What does sex feel like for a woman compared to a man? I don't think it's bad. I think
it's underwhelming.
I mean, are you sure?
If you know as a man, like, it's definitely worse than being a man. You know what I mean?
Are you? But
for sure.
I mean, maybe in your own experience, but like,
there's no
I would
way
like to say,
because, like, well, yeah, I guess
I guarantee.
Female orgasm,
tit for tat. If we're talking about actual orgasms and stuff like that, men have more fun. Because
women's orgasm might be better, but it's not a
sure thing. That's the thing,
and it's not as exciting. Like, a bunch of shit comes out of my body. Literal shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As a woman, that's the orgasm you've known. Ugh. I mean, I'm worried about you. No, not good. Like, we should take a pause on this, get you to the ER, come back and finish the episode.
So I got to jerk off in front of another staff at a hospital.
I'm afraid so.
This time it's for science.
This time it's personal. I don't know, because I figure, like, if a female, because that's what I want to do. I'd want to get a toy and give myself an orgasm.
Oh,
because I want to know what an orgasm feels like for a woman, first of all, and then I'm like, okay, this is how it feels.
Do you think it's better? I feel like
I don't think it's better. I think it's like, you know how, like, you enjoy, like when you go to a restaurant.
Nope.
Okay, let me back up. You know how when you're eating.
Okay. Sometimes.
Okay.
Not as much as
one would think. Yeah, you are odd.
Yeah.
But, like, you know how you have like just think of, like, a restaurant that you like to go to. And there's, like, more often than not, if it's your favorite restaurant, you probably don't have, like, one go-to dish. You've probably got, like, 2 or 3 different go-to dishes that you like.
No, I'm very particular. I only have one dish, and if I like it, I'm scared to order anything
else.
Put it
this way.
Because what if it's worse than what you're used to? You know what I mean? Then you ruin the whole thing.
Right. Now, what I'm saying is, like, okay, picture it's something where, like, okay, it's too... It's 2 albums you're gonna listen to.
Okay.
And one album, they're both albums that you love. Let's say Blonde.
Okay. I'm wondering what the other one is.
I don't know. What do you want the other one to be? What's another album that you just love? Like, pick an album you love as much as Blonde.
I can't.
Like an album that says, okay, what's your second favorite after Blonde?
I don't even know.
Okay, Blonde, and then another album that you really love.
Okay.
You enjoy both of those albums. You like listening to them, but they're different albums.
Okay.
So you still get an enjoyable experience out of listening to both albums.
Yeah.
But it's different.
It's different.
That's how I think about a female orgasm.
See,
I think it's not the same.
Orgasm might be better.
See, but that's the thing. I don't know if it's better or not, because it's like, because there's no, I want to know. That's like the biggest thing I want to know, because it's like, because I've seen some girls have orgasms and it looks way better than what I'm working with. You know, like some girls have orgasms and you think like, I'll never enjoy anything that much. Like I'll never be that happy, you know, but then like some women have orgasms and it doesn't seem like a big deal.
Cute little mousy smile.
Just a cute little orgasm, you know? And so it's like, I want to know what it's like.
And all of them are lies.
I mean, I'm also curious about how it feels to have something inside you, I guess. I don't know, but not in like...
I can help you with that, buddy.
But like in my vagina
Let this
is
thing
what I'm
melt
curious.
And we'll figure it out.
But like in my vagina is what I'm curious about, because like, I don't know. I've got like, I hear it's interesting from what I hear.
I wouldn't,
Because like, because I've asked the girls about it, I'm like, what's it like having a dick inside of you?
You specifically asked immediately
like,
after.
Well, like,
what was it?
I'm just curious. It's like, what is sex like for a woman?
Killed the cat.
And satisfaction brought him back. No one ever finishes the second half of that.
Because you can't. You just can't. You're done. One and done, buddy. Baby. Hey, me and my boys are going to jail.
That's it. That's the episode.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
I forgot
everybody.
the first part. I had a recent conundrum in my head, and I've tweeted it out. Most things I bring up this show have already been posted on my Twitter. So follow @BrainDeadDrama if you want to
get some exclusive things.
What does Frankenstein's dick look like?
Okay, now I feel like we've touched on this before.
I think we talked about it off mic, and I tweeted it, and I have a lot of theories.
Okay, now
people have brought things to me that I didn't even.
Okay, now are we under the assumption here that Frankenstein's dick is it a separate?
Let's get it clear. It's Frankenstein's monster's people.
Dick. It's Ben Frankenstein's
Dr. Frankenstein's
monster.
dick was sad and white.
Okay, Frankenstein's monsters.
Old-timey dicks were small.
Frankenstein's monster's penis. Is it a separate penis that Igor fetched to sew onto Frankenstein's monster?
One penis.
Or is it part of the pelvis that was taken to make Frankenstein?
No, see, my two questions are, is it a penis or, a whole pelvis department? Or is it a penis made... No, is it a penis made of several penises?
Like he sewed together like a large... Like the penis Dr. Frankenstein wanted for himself.
Let's say 4 penises... just mashed together, stitched up, balls included. Two separate balls, I think, is the easiest way to do that.
Okay.
So is it one nice hog that they popped on Frankenstein's monster, or is it a conundrum of penises, I guess
I like to think that for the sake of the complexity of what I will dare to say is reanimating a corpse and bringing it to life.
Yeah, you would just pop a dick on it.
You would just pop a dick on it. I like to think that if Dr. Frankenstein had the funding and the time, he would have taken several penises and crafted the perfect corpse penis out of it.
Do you think he's like just going through like a couple dead bodies and finding the best dick?
I think that's
just taking
if I remember the story correctly, he didn't fetch the body parts. He had assistant Igor fetch the body parts. So was Igor? Did he tell Igor
in stores now?
Igor in stores now. The controversial new album that people have a lot of opinions on. Believe it or not, and I can't stop staring at that fire. So help me God.
Honestly, did you think it was going to be like faster than this? This is like a slow burn.
It is a very slow.
I thought we were already going to be through.
Well, it's a very thick candle too. Keep that in mind. I feel like this is going to be a slow, because it's starting to make a dent in the top of his head. So I'm kind of wondering if it's just going to like hollow out the head, but then and
then leak through his mouth.
Oh, that'll be tight.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I have a candle that I was gifted that I thought was a bleeding candle because as a kid, for Halloween we had a lot of decorations that ended up kind of staying around year round. And this year, for the past Halloween, my sister had some, because I'm not in contact with my parents, but there's those things that you specifically remember from your childhood that you want, even though they don't mean a whole lot. And one was a hand, and it was a hand candle. Each finger had a wick, and my dad would burn a little bit, and it would bleed. It was a bleeding hand candle, and then he got stingy as the years went on because it was starting to get, down there.
Yeah.
So I have that now. And then there was also like an eyeball candle that bleeds, and then there was like a little like skull that glow in the dark, and we'd put it in our bathroom, and then it would glow in the dark in there. And I was gifted a candle recently that was supposed to be a bleeding skull, but the top of the wax was just red, and then it didn't actually bleed.
Oh, that sucks.
But I burned it down to the eye, and then it poured out of the eye, and it wasn't blood, but it was pretty tight regardless.
I want to get one of those candles where it's like the metal cat skeleton, and you light it and it like
I got
burns
one of
down.
those for my sister.
I want one of those really bad.
But yeah, Frankenstein's dick.
I think logistically it's a lot of fun to think that Igor picked through a bunch of dicks to get like the perfect dick that Frankenstein.
But like, how many
mold.
people did Igor go through? Do you think he picked the best dick out of those?
That's what I'm guessing. I don't think he was specifically
say there's 5 people.
If I can be 100% honest, I don't think they were worried too much about his dick when they were making him. But if they were, you would like to think that maybe
if you're gonna pop a dick on this thing and you got, let's say, 5 bodies and you're taking.
But would you be concerned about the monster fucking people if you gave it a nice dick? That's what I'm worried about.
I just feel like if I'm gonna craft something, I want it to have a.
Is Frankenstein's monster technically a zombie?
I would, yeah. In
all technicality, is he a zombie?
Like the literal word of.
But is
zombie,
he like a super zombie then,
corpse?
since he's made out of several different corpses?
I mean, the argument could be made.
Like a king zombie?
I don't want to put titles on him. I think he's probably equal. Like, there's nothing. What makes him?
Because he's made out of several different people.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's made out of the best part. Let's say 5 corpses. So made out of the best parts of 5 corpses.
Yeah, that's if you're taking the time to take the best parts, like the most ripped arms.
Well, I assume that's what they
legs.
did when they made it. I don't think he was just like grabbing random body parts. You wanted it to look
proportional.
proportional.
In that sense, yeah. If you're taking the best parts, yeah, far superior zombie. But I don't know if he has the same drive as a zombie. I
don't think he has the same drive.
Has more wherewithal.
Well, because with zombies, it's like they're just reanimated corpses kind of running on autopilot. Yeah. Frankenstein's monster, it's implied that they gave life back into his brain so that he could, have functionality and feelings.
Have a fuck fest
with Frankenstein's bride. Because that's the second thought to think about. Is they had to give him a nice hog if they made him a bride. They didn't give him some little button on a fur coat if he's going to be.
Do you think you can like put him back under and upgrade him?
Absolutely.
So 100%. You could pop once you make his bride.
Because does he have blood?
I don't know.
I don't think Frankenstein's monster has blood.
I would imagine that he doesn't have the organs to pump the blood.
That's what I'm saying. So, did they redo the whole organ system too inside of him?
That would work.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, is it just a brain running a meat skeleton at this point? But then how does the flesh replenish itself? How does how does the body stop from falling apart after a minute or two?
They spray him with Aquanet.
You think that works? They just spray him with stem cells.
Strong. I mean,
they just spray Frankenstein monster with raw
Frankenstein's monster.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but that is closest source of
stem cells
human.
Is.
It's just jizz.
It's just
It's just people rubbing jizz in their fucking face like a nasty bitch.
Yeah, but when I rub jizz in my face, then I'm told to leave the mall.
Is it your own jizz?
It depends on the day.
I mean, if it's your own jizz, get the fuck out of this dungeon.
I'd prefer my own jizz. So you want me to be rubbing other men's jizz?
I think it's more harmful if you are seen masturbating onto your own face as opposed to jerking someone else off onto your face.
You think so? So in a public setting, I'm masturbating.
In a public setting,
offensive.
Seeing 2 people doing a sex act is less offensive to me than seeing a man masturbate into his own face.
No, because I'm getting a facial from
I will die on this hill.
I'm getting a facial from a hobo in the mall.
Who said it had to be a hobo? It could be a beautiful beefcake.
No, not in the food court. He wants me to go to the bathroom, and I refuse.
Because you want to do it publicly.
Yeah, I need to make a statement.
Well, you need to make a show out of it as far as I'm concerned.
I need to let people know.
If you're taking a money shot to the face at the mall, you better be making a goddamn spectacle out of it.
Right in front of the Auntie Anne's?
Auntie Anne's not in the food court. Do it in front of the Charlie Subs.
No, I'm doing it in Sbarro. I'm doing it behind the counter at
Behind
Sbarro.
the counter at Sbarro.
You want a big slice of mediocre pizza? Hold on, I'm taking a money shot to the mug, baby.
Baby.
You want some of the other food we sell? Okay, that's a weird choice.
That's odd that you would
don't
get
want a
something.
Huge slice of pizza? You want a salad?
Yeah, who gets a fucking
salad?
Okay, speaking of hot salad, I wanted to bring this up on the show.
My main point with that, I was busy at the time of the text, But yeah, you came across a Facebook post of
so what it was is this person said that they're dating someone, and they were looking up what defines a salad. And the Google definition of a salad is a traditional dish served with either fruits or vegetables that is served cold. Mm-hmm. And the person's boyfriend disagreed with this because he said that he likes his salads hot. And when she inquired about what a hot salad was, he doesn't like any cold food at all. Like any of his cold food he doesn't enjoy. And so he takes his salad and pops it in the microwave to heat up the salad. And then
I don't even feel like this can be real because that's such a disgusting.
Well, and then I was reading the comments, and lots of people were like, yeah, I know someone that like heats up their salad or wants like a hot salad.
The only time I've had a hot salad is when you like order it. I feel like it's a Family Guy joke, and it's just a very common thing. And you get like pizza with the salad, and they put it all together,
and like the salad heats up through the box. Yeah.
And that I'm upset
But even then,
about.
when you're eating it, you're like, this isn't enjoyable.
The thing I hate the most is, what did I just ate some, what the fuck was it? Like a quesadilla from a Mexican restaurant, which I have a story that I want to get into about that as well. But it has lettuce and tomato, sour cream.
Right, yeah.
Then you reheat it because you need it to be warm.
But then the lettuce and the tomato are hot.
Yeah, or like I'll get not a wrap, but like there's a lot of scenarios where this happens. A sandwich,
and there's lettuce in it, and you heat it back up, and it's no good.
Just disgusting. You tolerate it because it's just whatever, reheating.
Well, one of the comments somebody said is that like they knew someone who would go to Subway and they would get like all the vegetables on their sub and then they would toast it. No. And it's like, why God?
No, yeah, hot lettuce is gross, and hot like sour cream,
hot
which
mayonnaise,
obviously is
hot lettuce. Like those things should not be served.
If you're having a salad, then that means like your ranch or your dressing is hot, which is never acceptable.
You want Cool Ranch on a hot salad.
Yeah, you want Cool Ranch Doritos crumbled on top of your salad.
You want to take Cool Ranch Doritos and put them in a pepper grinder so you can grind it on the things as a seasoning.
That honestly doesn't.
I've done it. Yeah. It's not bad.
I was at, so I go, it happened to be Mother's Day, and I was at this Mexican restaurant just having an afternoon meal, no mothers involved. And I look to my right once I get seated, and there's a table of a man and a woman and their child, clearly like a Mother's Day lunch. And at the table, they have their phone propped up, and they are watching YouTube, like long form clips of like a So You Think You Can Dance show.
Okay.
No speaking. And I mean, this restaurant has TVs with sports, and you know, like
something they could be watching.
Like I'll watch sports if I'm at a restaurant just because I'm just looking around, and I'm not even a sports guy.
Right.
But you just look. So they set up a phone to watch So You Think You Can Dance for your Mother's Day luncheon. And I was just like, this is one of the things where I'm like an old man. I'm like, this is what the world's come to.
Like,
where you're not even having a conversation.
You're just watching So You Think
and
You
at
Can
first
Dance.
I was like, maybe the daughter's really about it and they're just trying to like
appease her in some way. Yeah.
And then the dad, once it's done, is like pulling up new clips and starting them. And they're all like invested in it. And I'm like, also, you're watching something on YouTube.
I mean,
so, like,
maybe
this
it's
is
just their thing, you know?
But that's weird in public.
I'm not saying it's not
disgusting.
A faux pas. It's
like,
I don't like that.
Just talk and sit
if you're like if you're gonna go out to a meal with people,
being.
sit and talk with them, you know. And I'm not saying like I won't check my phone when I'm out eating with people, but I'm not gonna sit.
You'll check your phone.
But
you're a monster.
But I'm not gonna sit there and like watch a whole YouTube video.
Yeah, everyone just like I could see like showing someone a video real quick, but they propped it up and they're like eating,
and like they're watching it while they're eating,
zoned in like you do at TV at your house in private. And I like could not stop looking at this. And then the icing on the cake, which is just one of my weird pet peeves with human beings, is the guy stands up when they're done, makes eye contact with me because I wanted him to kind of look in my eyes so I could give him that look like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is what I do a lot with other people. Like, I want you to look at me so you can see that I'm just like not appealing to what you're doing. And he stood up, pushes his chair out, stands up, walks away. Chair way out. This waiter comes by with a huge tray of Mexican food.
And there's just a giant table in his...
he has to like get out of the way of the chair. It's like, you're just a fuck at this
point.
Like
at that point, you're just an asswipe. Like, you shouldn't be out in public.
You're watching.
There's certain demographics
YouTube.
Of people I don't think should be going out in public.
Oh no, you shouldn't be allowed to. I think this with a lot of things. I think this with social media. It's a whole nightmare.
There's so many people that shouldn't.
Not
have
everyone
social media.
should have a platform to speak on.
No, absolutely not. That's the problem with the internet is that it gives everyone a platform and it gives everyone this sense of equal entitlement where they feel like their opinion is as valid as everyone else's, and that's not always 100% correct.
See on you look at comments on almost anything nowadays, and you're like, you should be put down in life, let alone allowed to say your weird propaganda on the internet. Yeah, it's a fucking...
Well, and the thing is, the internet makes me, like, hate people in that sense because I see all the fucking comments about things. But then I realize, like, good people like us are, like, looking at it, and they're like, I'm just not going to fucking deal with this
or do
this.
A lot of shit. Because everything's bad at the end of the day, and I'm not going to get into a fight with a weirdo that just sits behind there.
All of them bad?
All of them bad. This entire human race. Also, speaking of internet and social media... Just wanted to do a quick little update on our conversation about birds not being real and targeted marketing, because we have put that out in the world more so, and my ads are at an all-time high on every. I
have been targeted for ball wash.
Yeah, I want to get into that as well, but first, my ads have increased tenfold. They're on everything now: Instagram, Twitter. Just Google ads. Birds are not real. I'm looking into it more, and I'm honestly kind of.
I'm thinking birds might not be real.
And to put the icing on the cake, and we'll post this on social media, and you've seen it. I'm gonna go ahead and say the government put a huge fake bird shit on my car. Did you see that?
They put that thing was joke bird shit on your car. Like there is what shit. Did an albatross fly over your car and shit on it? Because that's somebody going. This is gonna be impressive enough to where it looks like a bird shit, but it's big enough to where he's gonna know we're fucking with him.
Yeah, because I literally
went out being fucked with by the government.
I went out to my car and I seen this gigantic smear of shit. And I said, okay, so you guys are really trying to make birds seem real. This is only making me think birds are more fake. And since then, 3 other large bird, big quotes,
activists
shits have been on my car. And I'm like, you guys are really trying to sell.
I think someone's got like a caulk gun filled with bird shit. Yeah. And they're just coming by your car and they're just going at like a 45-degree angle and just shooting that shit out. They got like a caulk gun with a CO2 canister on it filled with fake bird shit. Yeah. And they're just aiming it at you. They're really just pushing this point that you need to believe that birds are fake.
And I think they're trying to make me think birds are real, but it's only
because they push too far with the birds are fake shit, and now they need you to make think that birds are real.
They're like, he thinks birds are fake. Let's put some bird shit on his
car.
So
this is like a bird activist group that
this is the government.
So the government wants you to believe that birds are real because you've been targeted too much to believe that birds aren't real.
Perfect. Yes.
So you think the government's taking care of you?
No, the government is making big shits on my car to make me think birds are real, but they're doing it too much.
Couldn't the NSA just target you with ads that start saying birds are real?
Maybe. I guess we'll see what happens.
That seems to be the easier
But the
way.
worst part...
Where's your phone? Birds are real. Birds are real. Birds are real. Birds are real. Birds are real.
The worst part of all of this is...
Because we sat there and we talked into your phone and we were like, birds aren't real. Birds aren't real.
It's only blown up.
And it's only ruined your life.
But the worst part of this is the initial huge bird dookie on my window is on my backseat driver's side. Yeah. So I see it every day. And the thing that I've realized is happening is I go to public places, I pull up in my car, I get out and people look at me, they look at the bird shit, allegedly, and then they look me in the face and they give me like a disgusted look, like there's this bird shit on my car. And it's like, listen, lady, it's not like I got up on the roof of my car and shit onto my car. A bird shit on my car, and I haven't gotten around to cleaning it off.
I haven't been to the gas station to get that free squeegee yet. You'll have to call me.
And then I have been, and I forget. And then I drive away and I go,
God damn it.
So I take some Clorox wipes and wipe it.
And when my car got egged, I didn't squeegee it off for like a week, and now it's like cooked on there. Like there's no taking that shit off.
Looks like I shit on my car.
Okay, wait. The government's putting bird shit on your car. I got egged, which are a product of birds.
Yeah. We're in deep.
If we disappear and there's feathers left in our homes, you know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, they can't, and that's what they know. Listen up, government. You know that you can't take us out because we do this public platform.
And you know that if we disappear,
we know. As long as this episode gets out to the public, then we'll be clear. But you've been targeted for ball cream.
I've been targeted for ball wash. Let's get that specific.
But it seems like a weird cream.
So I took a look into the website because I clicked on it because I was like, why am I being? And it's like
that's how they get you.
Okay.
I clicked on the birds aren't real.
What this website is they sell ball wash. They also sell a kit, which is like ball powder, ball wash.
Ball powder is important. Now, it's getting warm out, boys.
Ball powder, powder those things.
I'm bringing some
I'm bringing some powder to Soundset. You think I'm fucked up,
but
I'm bringing some.
Gold Bond powder.
That's
killing.
where it's at. But what it is, what you saw were the small tins of solid cologne that the company offers, but they advertise that you can put it in all capitals anywhere. So it's implied that you could put this solid cologne onto what I would assume be the equivalent of a male fupa, and possibly on your ball sack. I wouldn't say you should put
the solid... tin, I think I'm dipping my balls into it.
I would look it up on my phone, but it's charging. But it's like it's.
Well, yeah, I looked at it as well.
Do you think you?
What
is it like a
self? Seem like? Yeah, that's what I was curious.
No, because I have.
I'm thinking a balm that's a little thicker.
I have solid cologne at the house, and what it is it comes in like a metal tin like this, and when you touch it, it's very solid. Like think of
pomade or something.
Like even harder than pomade. Think of like pomade that's been like left out for a day or two, where it's very stiff. But then you kind of rub it, and it like warms up and loosens up, and then you just kind of rub it on like the base of your neck and your wrists. And I've got some on right now. It smells pretty good.
Rub it on your taint.
But yeah, that's the thing. I don't think you're supposed to rub it on your nuts. So I think this is specifically because they said like you can use it as a cologne, but you can also put it on like it was implied you can put it on your junk.
It's gonna knot up some ball hairs.
Yeah, it's gonna knot up some ball hairs.
Here we go.
I'm thinking I'm gonna accidentally swab too much onto my nutsack and it's gonna touch my dick during the day.
Yeah, but that's only gonna be the undercarriage of your penis, which is fine.
But what if it gets on the head of? What if it gets in my pee hole? That's what I'm worried about. Is it non-toxic?
You think your pee hole is rubbing on your testicles?
I mean, if I'm jumping around a lot,
okay,
like, there's a lot.
I don't think there's a time when my pee hole interacts with my ball sack.
I mean, your dick's never just like hanging, like wagging around.
It's away from it. It's hanging.
But I mean, like if I'm jumping at a music festival all day and I got solid cologne all over my balls, you think there's not a chance the sweat and everything will intermingle in my underwear and I'll get something in the head of my dick?
I think my dick would have to get small and anxious.
It could.
Yeah, it definitely could. It does a lot.
Is it small and anxious right now? Because mine is.
Mine's like a medium, I'd say.
I've always got a little bit of dick anxiety.
Oh yeah.
But not a ton. Enough to not give me a good satisfying erection, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, that's just
Is that just standard these days?
Living.
Yeah. Our T levels are dangerously low, though.
Yeah, mine have been back down.
We're basically women at this point.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm here for it.
I mean, hey, whatever God throws my way, I guess I have to be about it.
But yeah, so and my thing here is specifically, and you text me this, and I said it. I believe because one night, and my main point of this is also you had tweeted one night we were together. We were in.
Let me explain this day. I had worked all day.
I want to make a solid.
I had gotten up at about 6:30 in the morning. Gotten up, done my morning routine, pressed my clothes. Got them on.
Pressed your penis.
Pressed my penis and ball sack.
All the jizz out of your penis.
Ironed all the wrinkles out of my ball sack, so I had a nice smooth sack for the day.
It was exciting to see.
Then I worked for 9 hours. I worked from like 9 to 6, and then I came here and did the show till about 9:30, and then we went out with good old Lemmy, and so I was in my work clothes for about 22 hours, and at about the 19 to 20 hour mark, I was sitting on the floor in Kurt's house, and I was doing like that squat that I do, and I could just smell my balls. Like, you know when you can just like smell your shit?
Oh, yeah.
Like or like
your shit or your balls,
but
or a mixture,
or it's like when you go to like you don't think your shit's that bad, and then you like go to unzip at the urinal and you get a whiff up there from it, and you're like
summer day,
and you're like, okay, it's time to scrub these bad boys down, swamp nuts, you know. So it's like why the fuck are we talking about swamp nuts?
Because you were targeted, and I think this is how
because I tweeted and I was like, I've been wearing the same clothes for 21 hours. I can smell my balls. Live your best life.
Which at this point, I want to interject. I was in the room with you. I'd spent a lot of time with you that day, and I happened to refresh Twitter, and the first tweet was you tweeting about how your nuts had smelled. And in any other circumstance, if you had tweeted that and I wasn't around you, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But there's a weird feeling where someone's like tweet my balls smell, and I'm standing right next to them, and I see the tweet, and then I'm just like, so I know that your balls smell without smelling your balls. Hopefully I don't.
You didn't have to smell them.
But it's like a weird feeling.
But at least you're aware of it. So like,
no, I feel like I'd rather not be aware.
I mean, I get
unless
that.
I have to. Well, I guess even if I somehow smelled your balls, I would be like, yeah, he's probably had a long day. My balls probably smell too.
Right.
But just having it's one of those things where you just have the knowledge and you don't have the interaction. So I'm just like, his balls smell. I'm not smelling them. It's like if someone came up to me and was like, Slim's balls smell bad. But you know what I mean? But I didn't smell them.
It's like you secretly found out that my balls smell. Because I didn't tell you directly.
Well, yeah, because I turned my phone to you and I said, "Oh, your balls smell," and you just said, "Yup." And
well, what am I gonna do? Be like, "Oh, no, but why would you say that?"
Yeah, delete tweet. It is one of those things where you're like, I have a weird like knowledge of this now without the context of actually smelling the balls, and I'm just in this room with you and two other sweaty men.
Whose balls also probably
yeah, I mean, all of our balls probably weren't having their best day, except Leonard smelled like elderberries,
which is a very specific scent.
And he pulled them out and he was like, "Good to see you guys." And I was like, I mean, I didn't want to see them because
and then you got that waft of the elderberry, and then you were okay with it.
They don't smell bad. Yeah, it's like a nice potpourri of
nothing like a good ball sack potpourri.
Yeah, that's what
we should be selling on the website. Ball sack potpourri.
Ball sack potpourri. My mom at one point when I was
homemade
a kid,
ball sack potpourri.
Homemade ball sack potpourri. She's a real Ed Gein, you could say. No, she at one point, although our toilets didn't smell bad in my opinion, she purchased the low-level cheap toilet air freshener, which is just a urinal mitt.
Right.
You know
that's
what I mean?
all there is. It's just a urinal.
And I had to tell her like, I can't fucking do this, dude. Like this smells like a gross men's toilet
in a public restroom that you want to avoid.
Yeah, you don't know how this is. But like you can't buy these $1 like
urinal
the toilet
cakes
doesn't
to be thrown
smell
into the
bad.
toilet.
And now we're
but you're making it smell
you're
bad.
making it smell like a men's public restroom, which you should never make anything smell like a men's public restroom.
In fact, you
not
should
even
be fighting
a men's
actively
public restroom.
In fact, you should actively be fighting to make place. In fact, I want to walk into a place and be like, this is the opposite of a men's public restroom.
You know what I love? Walking in the men's public restroom and you get like a scent of orange or something. One of those spray things
it's orange mixed
auto
with
time.
Any fluid.
Well, I
that
like
comes
when
out
it's
of a man.
just like it covers it up and you're like, wow, I live in this bathroom, because most of them I go to smell
I think I saw like statistically like it was voted that like Kelly's Markets have like the best gas station, like the cleanest bathrooms, like per like they did like a survey or whatever. And I guess they have
odds.
Imagine being the guy conducting the clean bathroom.
Imagine I'm surveying you. What's the best smelling gas station bathroom? If you have an answer, you're wrong just because you have an answer about what bathroom smells the best.
The only people who should have opinions about how gas stations should be truckers, and then people who work in gas stations, because they have to have a weird public network.
And it should be like they're all bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're all bad.
I can't think of a single bathroom.
I can't think of a single. The only time I've ever been in a public bathroom and I was wowed by it, but believe it or not, was a Walmart in Wichita, Kansas. I went in and they had artwork up on the walls and fake flowers with potpourri on the sinks.
Ladies' room.
No, I went in the men's room. I went into the men's room of the Wichita, Kansas Walmart, and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was like I was like, this is a men's room. What kind of dainty men are taking cute little shits in here?
Then you peed in the flowers.
Yeah, because I was like, this is a Walmart. Fuck it. I was like, I'm from Rockford. I just peed on everything.
I remember being in a and I probably told this story, being in a Qdoba.
Oh hell yeah! Where's my bell?
Qdoba bathroom in Milwaukee, and the only time I've been to Qdoba. We went because a friend suggested it. I found it to be very bland and disgusting. My burrito was not good and I was drunk. So two things happened. One, I went to the bathroom. Matt the God was with us. I believe, who had we seen? Young Thug and Travis Scott at the rave.
Oh, yeah, that is a show I'm so mad I never got to see.
One of the best shows I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure it was that. Went to Qdoba, went to the bathroom, so upset with the service and the food. I went into the bathroom without the knowledge that Matt the God had thrown all of the paper towels into the garbage can. So I peed into the garbage can onto all these paper towels. A roll of fresh paper towels because I was so angry. Then I went outside and Matt was taking forever for some reason, and I had half of a burrito, and I was a little drunk. To be honest with you, on the way there, I was so drunk that I hadn't buckled myself in the back seat, and I dropped my MP3 player, and I went down to grab it, and they took a sharp turn, and I just fell into like where your feet lay in the back seat, and then I just laid there because I couldn't figure out how to get out.
I love doing that.
So then we're waiting for Matt, and I was like bitching to the person we were with, and I was like, these fucking burritos suck. I don't even want this half of this burrito. What am I going to do with this? So I angrily threw it up in the air, and a car drove by, and it landed right on the windshield of the car. And I said, we have to run away from this.
So fast.
And we ran to the car, and Matt was like, what's up? And I was like, I got angry, and I threw my burrito, and it hit a car, and we got to get out of here. Because we went to a JJ's Fish and Chicken. If you're not from the, I don't know, they're in Chicago. Yeah. They're around JJ's Fish and Chicken. Fantastic chicken. Highly recommend it. If you're in Rockford, it's over on 7th Street. Be careful ordering it. We went to a JJ's that I had Yelped in Milwaukee, and I'm like, let's fucking go. And it seemed very hood, and I asked for chicken, and they said, we don't have any chicken.
Which is no. Did you see that Young Thug almost called 911 on a KFC in Florida because they ran out of chicken?
That Young Thug was going to KFC.
He should be going to be chicken restaurants. He should be brought
the finest of chicken.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be touching. I mean, I get it. You want to stick to your roots, and because I like to think that even when this show blows up,
shouldn't be KFC though. KFC is the worst chicken.
I will attest to that. KFC is the worst chicken, but I was like, I mean, we all have. I have a feeling that like if and when this show blows up, and like we're still gonna want like some of the shitty.
Oh yeah,
good. We're still gonna want Los Bertales at the end of the day.
But that's good. KFC's never been.
That's his opinion. He's allowed to like it. He's Young Thug. He can like whatever the fuck he wants.
No, he deserves chicken.
He deserves the finest of fried chicken breast.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he likes white or dark. Maybe he likes a mix. Let's just bring Thug a 60 piece of the finest fried chicken that we can find.
I want to just I want to
have a fried chicken. Ooh,
chickens. Yeah, put that shit away. I can only get so hard because my kilos are level. Level. How can you help us?
How can we get more testosterone? Can someone tell us how we can we get a sponsorship from like one of those creams where you just rub it into your skin?
I was thinking about reaching out. I was listening to a podcast and they were doing like an ad run for the cream that makes you last longer. You think we should reach out?
I think we should absolutely reach out. I'll test the product and get back on the show about how it works.
I'm interested. I'm just not trying to last like a long time. Yeah. Listen to the Patreon.
Listen to the Patreon. We talk about how long we traditionally
You need to know why we both have a traumatic experience with lasting too long. Maybe it was with each other, but maybe it wasn't.
Maybe
only
it wasn't.
You'll know if you're part of the Patreon.
$5 a month,
www.patreon.com/dapperdads. It's probably worth it. There's something coming very soon. We've honestly, we'll also throw this out there. We've upped it so you're getting more content in a different format. We will not explain how or why. You have to do it to do it.
But you will be getting some new content, folks.
But yeah, fucking KFC. I'm trying to make a time machine to smack Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, what's that about? Can we? Because
there's not much to it. I just want to bitch slap.
That's
Colonel
fair.
Sanders. Also, Colonel's a weird word because you say a R in Colonel, and then
it's spelled Colonel.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I had to Google it.
C-O-L.
I was doing one of my least favorite things.
Yeah, I know exactly where this is going.
And you're like, you got me, bro. And then
it fucks up, and you're like, bro.
So then you try it again.
You ever do the voice to text to see if it catches it? And even then it says something fucked up?
I only do a voice to text when I'm drunk driving, and I don't drunk drive anymore.
No.
You know what's a good mix for drunk driving? Yelling into your phone. What's your address? I'm trying to come fuck you.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I got that text from you.
Yeah.
And you try to messily explain that it was for someone else.
Well, that's because I'm trying to say your government name, which is how you are in my phone. Because your last name's in my phone, and I notoriously only do first name. You're like one of the few people that's first and last name. I don't know why.
Huh.
It must have meant when I put you in,
maybe it's because I
thought I would forget about you.
Maybe I have a common name?
No, because there's no. I had 6 Austins in my phone at one point. And they were all just first name.
Austins.
And then like a bar or a friend was how I would decipher it. Because I knew them through people or I do
a lot
bars.
Of first name and then like the last name is like why I'll remember them, you know?
I used to do that with girls a lot. If a girl would be like giving me their number, I would give them my phone and I would say, put in your first name and put in where we are and sometimes put in the city.
Yeah.
But then it's a tricky. You got Ashley from Red Rocks, Madison, and you're like, I still don't remember this.
No.
I know I was there. I know the night. I don't know the girl. Also, I realized recently, because I had an incident a long time ago, and I think it's possibly one of the most power moves. I was trying to have a woman be fond of me. You know what I mean?
As we're all prone to do.
It is an ordeal. And it was touch and go, and I didn't think anything was really going to come of it. And as I was leaving a concert, there was another girl that I had like met before, and I don't know why. And I was drunk, and they were like, "What are you doing after the show?" And I was like, "I don't know. Here, take my phone, put your number, and I'll hit you up." And then I was standing. I did this in front of the other girl without even thinking about it, because I was just like, this, not even to like fuck this other girl, just because I was like, this girl's cool. Maybe I'll hit her up.
Yeah.
We go to the same shows if I'm in town, just to drink and hang out. And then that girl was then like all about me after seeing. Is that a power move? Is that like it's a gamble? It's a very.
I was gonna say it's high risk, but the payoff is good enough.
You get it.
Well, that's the thing. High risk, high payoff. That's how it works. You do low risk, safe, low payoff, high risk.
And that's why I didn't even do it, and I didn't even say shit about it. I literally just got the number, put it in my pocket, went with the girl, got in her car, went away. Didn't think anything of it, but then looking back on it, I was like, I feel like she was like, oh shit. I think girls want to see that you're popping. Girls want to see other girls be into you a little bit.
Because girls want that edge. Because girls want to know that, like, if you're out in public and you got them on your arm, they want other bitches to look at them and be jealous.
Yeah.
That's what they want. At the end of the day, women just want other women to be jealous of them in a weird, catty way, which is wrong because it's but in a way, like, men want other men.
Yeah, we're all doing the same shit.
Yeah, everybody just wants everyone to be
like they're the shit. Everybody with people that are the shit.
Right. Like, I mean, like, think about like when you go out with your girl, you want her to like look good. And, like, you want to be proud that you're taking your girl out.
I want guys to grab my ass just to get close to
I want men to sexually harass me, trying to get to sexually harass my girlfriend so I can knock their teeth out.
My whole thing about having a girlfriend is just hoping that dudes hit on me.
Yeah,
like,
that's my thing.
Spillage, like she's not interested, and I'm like, hey man, she's spoken for, but I mean, I'll pop in a bathroom real quick or a mall food court and come on my face.
She's spoken for, but we have an agreement where it's not cheating if it's gay. Yeah. So, like, if you want to go pop off and blow me real quick, we can do that.
She'll watch if that's what it takes, and a whole food court will kick us out of the mall if that's what it is. But you gotta be homeless.
You
or at least
have
look
to be
dirty.
homeless. There's no way it's not going to work if you're not homeless.
Dirty.
Don't wash your dick for 3 days before this. Please. It's a requisite. It was on the application.
I'll see you in a week.
If you have a washed dick when you show up, you will be fired because we know you cannot read instructions.
Yeah, I need that dirty.
Same rule applies for the Dapper cult. If you wash your dick before you show up, you're automatically not in because you can't read instructions. Yeah. And we'll just smash all the stage stuff.
What about people who don't have dicks?
You can't have washed genitals if you show up for the Dapper cult. It has to be very filthy, disgusting, fluffy, barely puffy genital. Not floppy, fluffy.
Yeah, I said fluffy.
Yeah, I don't want a floppy,
puffy. I like a puffy.
Puffy's not bad in the right context.
Real swollen looking.
Like
a bee sting.
Like a bee sting, but it's because of how much I've been fucking with it,
Yeah, I've just been flicking it a bunch. Because I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm going to need some help.
I never know what I'm doing.
I'm going to need someone to take my hand. I'm a visual learner.
I'm like a pretend I'm Daredevil, and you're teaching me how to read with your body. That's essentially what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is this? A horse that's eating too much Laffy Taffy?
What is this? Is this a chameleon that is trying to eat a bunch of bugs?
What does this say? Like a small squid that's about to be calamari?
Is this one of those situations where the girl's trying to eat a live octopus on Instagram and it just latches onto her face and hurts her?
What is this? The big nose from Double Dare and I'm trying to get a flag out of it?
What is this? 5,000 Island dressing?
What is this, Five Finger Death Punch reunion tour? I didn't even know that they had broken up.
If only in a perfect world, Five Finger Death Punch would just break up and be over with.
What's a good power move for you? Got any good girlfriend tips for some young male listeners out there?
In terms of just picking up a girl?
Yeah, like I think if you can get a girl's number in front of another girl, I'd say go for it, because then you can also try to hit up that girl. You know what I mean?
I think the real power move as a young man, because I think young men out on the dating scene or the bar scene, there's a lot of nervous tension there. You know, because there's a lot of it's hit and miss, and that's something you got to realize if you're a young.
A lot of rejection that you got to be ready.
If you're a young person listening to the show,
that King of the Hill where you find out that
Boomhauer
just hits on
every
girl.
woman till it happens. Yeah, that's exactly that's pretty much how you have to do it. But you have to understand that in the way you move and the way you act is absolutely how you're going to be. It just keeps happening.
I know. Tightened it. Oh.
It's all perceived in how you do it. You know, but like I say, fake it till you make it a lot, just because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, that's what really works. You know, and if you're going to be, women don't necessarily want a shy guy. Like if
they want an asshole.
Now, if a girl,
big asshole, they want to see a man's big asshole.
If a girl's looking for security, she'll take the shy guy. She'll take the guy that's a bit more reserved. But if she's just,
you're not going to meet that.
No, if you're going out to the bar just to get your dick wet, like you have to be just very bold. You have to be not afraid.
What I like to do back in my heyday,
I say a power move.
Sit at the bar, find a girl that you like, put your back towards her, talk to your buddy or whatever. Lower your pants so your entire ass is exposed.
Okay.
Spread your cheeks, show her your asshole, because everything's up from there. You know what I mean? And if you get a girl that will look into your asshole, then you marry her.
But isn't that how you get cancer?
If she looks directly in it, but bars are dimly lit. You shouldn't be in a bright bar. If you're in a bright bar,
you need to get the fuck out.
I don't know what fucking
that place is where
service
people get hostile. They get murdered there.
You got to go to a deep, dark dive bar and show them your butthole in a proper lighting.
I don't really have any good tips for young men when it comes to picking up girls, just because pretty much every girl I've ever had has miraculously fallen into my lap because I've always been a big fat piece of shit, and I don't know how I
got a big fat lap for him to fall into.
I don't know how I've gotten consistently laid on a regular basis, but it happens.
Yeah, it is shocking.
It is very shocking.
Part of it is like
I've been getting consistently laid for the last like 9 years, I think.
I know. I thought about that one time, and I only had like a 6-month drought one time, and boy was that a doozy.
Yeah, but I've been getting consistently laid for the last like 9 years. I have no complaints.
Yeah,
and I don't know how it keeps happening, because I see like these dudes out here on the internet talking about how like they can't even get women to look at them to talk to them, and they just want to kill themselves.
You'll be at a bar sometimes, and you see a girl looking at you, and you're like, cool. And whatever, and he might, try to finger a little bit.
Just a bit.
Out in an alley. But then you'll turn and you'll be like, that's a beefcake. You ever be like, have a girl hitting on you and you're like, there are so many better options here.
Like, what are you doing talking to me exactly?
Yeah.
Like, your night's just going to be disappointing with me. It's not going to go anywhere fun. Yeah. You're going to tell me not to come, and I'm going to be right there. And like, it's bad.
I refuse to be told not to come in this
I'm going to get angry. I'm going to punch a hole in a wall. You're going to call me Kyle. It's going to be upsetting. I'm going to have to chug a monster afterwards. Listen to some 5-Finger Death Punch. I'll punch a heart into the wall just to let you know how much I care about you.
Yeah, it's very specific. You got to I can't imagine. I feel like that's the biggest part of like adulting. It's like, I'm not going to, like, no longer in my life, whatever the circumstance may be, not going to put up with as much shit. You know what I mean? When you're younger, you'll put up with the most
damn
shit
near
to try
anything.
to get your dick touched or looked at hard enough. You know what I mean?
I'm at the point where I know I can crank myself off just fine. So like, if I'm gonna put up with your shit, you gotta do. If I'm gonna put up with your shit, you have to do incredible things to my dick that I can't make happen. Or even the
sex that we're gonna have is just gonna be the sex that we're gonna have. Right. Like if you're like, don't come, I will not make any promises. No. And I'm sorry. And
that's like a switch for some reason. And you ladies, and we have mostly female listeners.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you ladies right now, when you tell us not to come, it is a switch that goes off in our brain, and we just have to come right away. Yeah,
I just gave a little bit. Yeah, just knowing that those words exist.
Yeah, when a girl says "don't come," that makes a man want to come inside of you more than anything in the entire world. So, ladies,
I will come inside of you pretending like I didn't come and keep thrusting until we're both like, you're like, did you come inside of me? And I'm like, I don't know.
And I don't even enjoy it at that point because like you can't
so much
you can't stop and enjoy the orgasm.
Yeah, you're not like letting me just like pound into the
right.
cum.
Like
you're still like going hard, and I'm like, oh, this is too tickly.
Right, like it's too much. My pee-pee feels weird.
Being too tickled. Like the softest feather I've ever felt.
That
brushing gently against
the tip. I might just go into that little bit, suck my dick till it tickle me. Suck it.
Yeah, it's like you took a fucking quill and you were trying to write an old-timey letter, and you just put the tip of the quill into the head of my dick.
I think,
you know what I mean?
any
exactly like that.
I think any girl should not complain about giving me a blowjob because I come so fast from blowjobs that like it's not even a thing.
I
feel like you could work it in on like a 15-minute break at work if you're good at
15 minutes of sucking dick seems like a lot.
No, I'm saying it's not even the full 15. I need like if you're good at it, give me 45 seconds and I'm out. Like that's all there is to it.
Because sometimes I'll be.
Oh, I thought of a story I need to tell on the Patreon.
I'll be
taking too much.
I'll be taking a sweet muff dive.
Mud pie.
I'll be taking.
Got that big mud pie on your hands.
I took a sloppy mud pie, too small of a slice. I'll be taking a sweet muff dive, and like when you're, like you ever get it when you're like this is about to happen for them, so I bet your jaw's locking.
Yeah.
And you're just like
my move in that situation when the jaw starts locking. Tongue out, just rub it back and forth.
But you're usually doing a thing that's doing the thing. So
right.
I feel like you got to keep the
momentum up.
Yeah, it's all. I feel like with women, it's just doing the same thing for like a long.
It's a repetitive thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep the same rhythm. But I don't know, man. I'm just fucking out there freeballing it.
Do you like doing muff dives? Like, you like going down on a girl?
I feel like I'm bad at it.
See,
that's my problem.
I enjoy it, and I've been told I'm good at it. And in an odd way, I'm offended when a girl's like when she's like, oh, I just don't like it. Like, I don't want you to do it. I respect people's boundaries.
I'm fine with that.
But I respect people's boundaries. But I've been told I'm good at it enough that like I want to show off my skills a little bit.
See, I'm good.
Like, I want to humbly brag.
I feel like I'm
bit.
wild with the fingers.
See,
like
I feel
insane.
like I feel like I'm good with the combo. I feel like both are good in their own respects.
No.
I'm saying,
I feel like
well, when it comes to fingering, you got to know the difference between like trying to rub a stain out and trying to summon a witch.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, like there's and a lot of men.
I feel like because I play drums and I've always tapped on tables and I've always said this, ladies, if you got a drummer, someone who like taps along to shit, I feel like there's something there.
Or bass players. Bass players are the way to go.
I could imagine that too, and I do all the time when I'm trying to fall asleep at night. But I think I'm good with
me and my bass fingers
inside here. I think I'm good with the fingers, and I've had a lot of girls who are like not really into the fingering. And I'm like,
but
this is my showstopper.
See, that's how I feel about going down on a girl. I'm like, this is my thing. I'm like, I've been told I'm so good at this that like I need to show you that like it's good.
I feel like I'm not great at it, but I just feel like I just think that. I feel like because I've been told by women, I'll say
multiple sources
that like that's the only time that they've orgasmed from that event.
Right, same.
So I'm like, I guess I am good at it, but I feel like I'm going like I don't have aiding maneuvers. I'm going in blind and I'm just going to town.
I mean, I have,
and I'm going real sloppy to where I show up at the end of it and I have to do like a hard mouth wipe. You know what I mean?
If you're not doing a hard mouth wipe at the end, you're not doing it right.
People are, because you'll watch porn and they're just like the tip of their tongue just like
no, you got to make your fucking face look like a glazed donut or else you're not doing it right.
Same thing I feel like with when people are like, I don't eat ass. And I'm like, if you're eating vagina correctly, you're eating ass.
Like essentially, yeah.
So I'll just get in.
Like you got to get your tongue in there. Thing. Like you got to.
I'm licking everything.
I'm painting the fucking
I'm
fence.
taking from waist
big
to
wide
knees,
strokes.
and
I'm starting at your ankles and I'm going up to your nipples. That's all that's happening.
Yeah, if you don't like, I might not literally just eat an ass. It depends on the time.
Depending on the time
I'll
and day.
do it. I'm not.
I'm not above it at all.
But
I'm not. It's not my preference.
There's so many people who are
it.
like, I don't eat ass because it's gross, but I'll eat a pussy, and it's like, then
you're essentially.
Ass.
If the girl wipes back to front, you're essentially doing.
Or
the same
they're like
thing.
lifting up, and you're lifting down, and
like sometimes you just get the tongue on the ass. It just happens.
Sometimes you do it, and you notice that they're fucking
and
with it.
And you notice
like,
it. Sometimes you just give them that quick.
Let's go.
Let's just do it, baby.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Sometimes you just get that little.
All of sex is disgusting.
Yeah, sex is disgusting. No.
If you want to take everything out of the equation,
sex
all of our
gross.
body fluids and our private parts are sweaty and gross, and
it's vile.
Fluids coming out, and I don't want it on like.
So I can't stand thinking about my girlfriends being with anybody else because I'm like, they're all disgusting. Keep them away from me.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm like, I'm the only guy you ever enjoyed having sex with. Get it straight, bitch.
I don't want to take some pussy juice and like put it on like a on toast like
butter.
I don't
like if I
if I'm down there, like if I want it to just
like if I find like pussy juice on my shirt afterwards, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go get a new shirt.
I'm going to
but in the moment, I'm like, you better slime me like the Nickelodeon's Kid Choices Awards.
If I'm going to if I'm at IHOP with you post and I go to the bathroom and I realize my shirt has a white spot and I sniff it and it smells like pussy juice, I'm like, this is gross. I'm trying to enjoy a nice stack of flapjacks.
I'm trying to enjoy some $silver blueberry flappies.
If you want to squirt all over my Gigi Allen shirt in the parking lot of a Kohl's, that's all fine, baby.
Give me the god damn, I love that.
Yeah, it's all in
fine, baby.
Time. But yeah, when I go downtown, I don't feel like I'm doing anything crazy. I don't have a go-to. I'm not spelling the alphabet. I'm not doing anything wild. It's just whatever I'm doing down there.
See, I'm an alphabet guy myself. I've found the alphabet method to be the most effective.
I get confused. Are we doing uppercase? Are we doing cursive?
I do cursive uppercase and lowercase.
I hate cursive,
as
so
do
I. Refuse to eat a
but it was drilled into my head as a child in school, so I might as well put it to good use.
Let's cancel cursive.
Let's just do. Fuck it. Well, cancel everything. Can we cancel the show?
I'd love to, but we have a submission.
Oh, thank God. I was on the verge of cancellation.
This comes from Music Dude.
What up, Music Dude?
Like a gross spawn. The email is fullpen@dick.com.
As in your dick is getting fully penetrated?
I don't really
know. Or you're
know.
fully penetrating with your dick.
I was picturing a pen going in a dick hole.
Yikes.
There's my one hiccup for the day. Did you catch it?
I did.
All right, that's it. The submission is, can you guys talk about music a bit?
No.
Rarely
Hard
do
no.
we. Here are a bunch of questions. No need to answer them all. It's just to get the gears turning, baby. And it's spelled like that.
Good.
First, what have y'all been listening to?
The most recent projects that I digested were Igor from Tyler the Creator and
big fart noise
and the new Rammstein album that came out yesterday. Because as some of you may know, I'm a ridiculously huge Rammstein fan.
They have it on vinyl at that record store we'll be at in 1 week.
Do they?
Yep.
I might have to go ahead and buy it just because it is the first proper Rammstein album in about 10 years. The last time one came out, I went to Best Buy and bought it with a gift card in high school. I bought the deluxe box set that they had of it.
So it's 35 years ago?
Yeah, essentially.
Jesus, that when that Best Buy opened?
But no, as soon as that album dropped at like 11 p.m., I digested that very quickly. And then I got into Igor right after that. But in terms of music, I've been listening to a lot. I've been listening to the Pivot Gang album quite a bit just because there's a lot of very solid bars on there. Bad Boys is one of my favorite songs in the world right now. And today I could not get that pew, 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 pew out of my head. Like that was the only part that was stuck in my head. And then Surin. And I was like, I have to be the most annoying person in the world walking around this Marshalls going, Surin.
You can't be the most annoying person in the Marshalls.
In a Marshalls on a Friday afternoon? No, I was definitely not the most annoying person.
I've been listening to, I found a band called $, and I am very about it. I think they're like, what is their... They consider themselves, I want to say, post-graduation core. It's something fun like that. Or student, I think it's student debt core.
Okay.
So it's like, it's very Jeff Rosenstock, Bomb the Music Industry.
Right.
Like heavily influenced. Jeff Rosenstock is on one of their songs. But yeah, just kind of fun, pop punk, power pop, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They have a couple fucking phenomenal short fun songs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's like the only thing new that I've been like obsessively listening to.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be listening to this Rammstein album quite a bit just because that first listen I was so very impressed with it. It's just everything I was it's not what I was expecting, but I read in an interview before it came out, they were like, we tried some new sounds that I didn't think we could traditionally do with Rammstein, and I can hear where it was, but everything is still very true to what I was hoping for. One of the songs on there is actually one of the most powerful things I've ever heard by them, which is weird because I've never considered Rammstein to be one of those bands that has very moving songs for me, just songs that mean a lot to me, you know, but just the singer Till Lindemann, his vocal performance on it is just so very passionate. And I was like, this is odd hearing a band like this, because normally they're so like almost like robotic and mechanic in a way, because it's that German industrial metal, you know, that to hear like a very raw performance out of them was something very surprising that I liked quite a bit. So as long as it's not like 35, 40 fucking bucks, I'll probably pick up that vinyl when we go up there.
Next, anything good or notable come out this year so far that you really blasted?
I would say a couple.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew.
Optimal Lifestyles.
Oh, an album that really surprised me that I enjoy so much that I've been spinning a lot is Anger Management Part 1 by Rico Nasty.
Oh yeah.
Very solid project, about 9 songs long with like an interlude or two,
Yep.
And so it's just a quick like
Whoa,
20.
Kenny.
Whoa, Kenny, whoa,
beats.
get it. The one with Earth Gang on there,
Yeah,
that one's
that was
fucking
the first one I
phenomenal.
listened to.
And then that total ripoff of the Jay-Z one, the ripoff of Dirt,
I didn't
Dirt
listen
Off
to
Your
the whole
Shoulders.
thing.
I'll have to show you after this. It is a blatant ripoff of Dirt Off Your Shoulders, but like I got a lot of love for Rico Nasty.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think she's one of the best female rappers in the game.
Yeah.
To be very honest, so those are 2 of the projects this year that came out that I would say like are definitely going to be on my end of the year list so far.
That's coming up. Another question, but yeah, the Pew 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 album is the thing.
Best album I've heard so far this year. Yeah.
Pup Morbid Stuff is an incredible album as well. It wasn't as good as their previous album, but it's grown on me a lot, especially after seeing them live. It's one of those albums that now, after seeing the show, I haven't even listened to it again because the show was so incredible.
It was like so perfect.
Also DaBaby.
DaBaby. Yeah, DaBaby has been a big surprise coming out hot this year.
The mixtape or whatever project this year, Baby on Baby, is very good.
Incredible.
But also the last project, Blank Blank, which technically came out last year, but is fucking solid. DaBaby's rapper of the year for me.
Hands
right now.
down. Yeah, if you guys aren't listening to DaBaby, you're fucking up.
And then the next one is, have you found anything that you feel is a strong contender for a spot on your albums of the year list?
Pew for sure.
Optimal Lifestyle.
The Rico Nasty one is definitely on my albums for the end of the year list. I feel like the Rammstein one is going to be too, just for personal reasons. I want to say Igor just because I really did enjoy it when I listened to it, but it's either gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna enjoy it the more I listen to it, or it's gonna die in a month and I'm just gonna hate it.
I think it's pretty dead on the table for me. Yeah, mine are the same things. Pew Pew Pew, Optimal Lifestyles, Pup Morbid Stuff. I feel like we'll make it unless the year comes out crazy.
Yeah, unless I'm
it's
like
one
crazy
it's one that's up in the air. But yeah, if we get Frank and Kanye and a couple things, then it could fall off. Also feel like DaBaby, Baby on Baby will be on that list. I would imagine. Currently, we're still early, and I just need Frank. If Frank releases like 9
that's
albums,
album of the year.
Then it'll be 9 Frank albums and then Pew Pew Pew. Do you have any recommendations to the fans?
Pretty much everything we just said.
Yeah,
I would say those are the things that we're spinning.
We said it
pretty
before.
Heavily.
A lot of stuff. Valet. If you listen to us and you haven't listened to Valet and found the love of Valet,
I would say Valet is a big part of who we are as a brand.
His album is constantly on the way. I've heard snippets of new songs and one full new song performed at a Red Bull music event, and it's incredible, and I'm very excited. But I feel like we've done recommendations before.
We talked
about Pup, Jeff Rosenstock, DaBaby, Valet,
Young Thug,
of course, Future. If you're not into
Kanye,
Future,
Playboy Cardi,
Smino, Saba.
And pretty much anybody in Pivot Gang. If it's a Chicago like R&B style rapper, we probably fuck with them.
Look at our
No Name
year-end list from last year, and the
Tierra Whack. I like how as a group we're collectively coming around more to Tierra Whack.
Finally, again, I'm always ahead of the curb, and if anyone would just fucking listen
honestly,
to me
my sister was ahead of you when it came to Tierra Whack though, because I remember she showed me Tierra Whack a long time ago, and she's like, "You need to listen to this Whack World album."
Well,
really
I found it like pretty early on. I just felt like no one would fuck with it, but it has become the thing because even Kurt's like, "That's the thing at Soundset that we have to see."
Yeah,
that's the number one thing, and I'm like, finally.
If I can just, I know she's gonna do all of Whack World and then Unemployed, and that's really all I fucking need.
And I feel like she does some other ones too, but we've put out plenty of recommendations, and you hear what we're going to see. Go listen to the old Spotify playlist. We stopped doing them because no one gave a shit.
No one gave a shit. If you gave a shit about the Spotify playlist, let us know. We'll bring them back. It just seemed like nobody really gave a shit.
It's a lot of work for absolutely no reason.
Yeah,
but they're out there.
But if you would also just feel free to bang that dad chat line.
Yeah,
Slim will give you music recommendations any day or night.
And his are bad, so I'll give you ones, and you'll be ahead of the curve.
How about you guys make the decision? Slim will give you recommendations. Drum will give you recommendations.
If you want to be ahead of the curve, and then everyone can be like, wow, really put me onto this, then contact me if you want weird shit. Contact some. When you listen to music, do you shuffle through a playlist mainly and have a specific time or session for listening to new music, or is it an unstructured, whatever you're feeling kind of deal?
Usually, okay, so the way I start off my day, I'll usually wake up with a song stuck in my head or like a bar stuck in my head, and that'll be the first thing I listen to. And then it all just kind of goes from there. You know, a lot of times I have one whole playlist that I just add songs that I like to. It's monstrous at this point. It's a dangerous gamble when you start doing that, because you're like, I'm gonna have a perfect playlist of all these songs I love, and then it's like 2,700 songs later. So I'm constantly adding songs onto there. A lot of times the way I find new music is like through recommendations from friends. Or I'll like browse Spotify under related artists, or a lot of times I'm a part of a lot of music groups on Facebook, and people will post about like, hey, I like this album, what's an album similar, or like I like this artist, who's another artist I would like, and I'll like follow those posts and like just go through and check out whoever I find, you know. And that's how I find some of the best music. But I have this weird thing I do that would probably drive some people insane, but every Friday Spotify comes out with that like new music Friday, and then they have that like your Discover playlist, and then they have like your release radar, which is like releases from artists you like. So what I'll do is I'll go through the release radar, and anything I know I'm gonna like right away, like songs I've been waiting for, I add to my go-to playlist. And then I have another playlist called For Your Consideration, and I don't always have the time to sit there and like listen to these 70 song playlists to see everything I like. So I'll go through and I'll listen to like 10-15 second bits of like a 3-minute song, listen to like 3 different parts, and be like, do I like this melody? Do I like how this sounds?
The worst person.
Yeah, I know, but see, for me, music has always been more of an emotional sound thing as opposed to like listening to a lyrics thing. A lot of times I'll like have the vibe of a song down, and like I'll know the song completely front to back, but I won't know a lot of the words, because words aren't always like the first thing I focus on when I listen to a song. A lot of times I'm looking for a specific mood or a sound, and that's what a lot of my playlist is. Because I had a playlist I was playing my main playlist around someone I knew recently for like a couple of hours, and they were like, you are the only person I've ever met who has literally everything on their playlist. He's like, I know people that say they listen to everything, but like I've never heard such a weird mix of shit being around you and listening to you. And I'm like, I just have a certain mood that I'm going for, and like it's not confined within one genre. You know, there's so much shit that I like that it can't just be contained as like, oh, I only fuck with one style of music, you know?
I do it. The question was weird, but if it's a new release, if you're listening to a new project, you have to listen to it front to back in
that's
order.
It's an album.
And I have it happen because I'm a big shuffle guy in general. Like, people hate on shuffling. I love
shuffling, honestly.
Because I have my MP3 player, and we talk about it all the time. And yeah, that's just crammed full of shit. And like, there's like very few times when I go to like a specific folder, because you can't even like do playlists on this. So I'll do folders of just new songs, and then like once a month or every couple months I like make a new one and then go from there. But I do shuffle all the time. And since I do shuffle all the time on Spotify and shit, sometimes when I go to like the last Anderson .Paak album, I listen to it, and I was like, this is a weird vibe. And I realized towards the end, it was on shuffle. And I do this all the time, and I get so fucking pissed.
Because it's the first time you listen to it, so it's just fucked up automatically.
Like, the way I do traditionally believe in like the way an album is put out is how you should listen to it. Like, there is a method. And a lot of times nowadays, it seems like people don't give a shit. But the albums that do, like, there's a reason it should be in that order. I'm not a crazy person who then after that like has to listen to it in order. If it's a good album, then I might like
there's sometimes like certain sequences of songs I like in a certain order.
And there's you can tell like there's a certain way sometimes that it works, or you just like it. But yeah, you gotta listen to it front to back first. Otherwise, after that, I shuffle. And yeah, primarily, I'll sit down to listen to new albums. But otherwise, 95% of the time, I'm just shuffle. And I just go until whatever my mood is. I don't do playlists like whatsoever. Like, I don't use Spotify. And I have a Spotify playlist that is like, everything. It's literally called everything, because I was like, if I just put it all together. But then that shit drives me crazy, because then if you ever try to find a song in that, and you just
it's
have
impossible.
and you're like, and you can't search inside of the playlist, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's what I have the MP3 player. So if there's like an artist, like I want to listen to DaBaby, I can go to that folder and I still just shuffle through that.
Right.
Or I'll go to a specific song if it's in my head. Otherwise, yeah, if I'm just driving and I'm feeling like sad songs, I'll just go through shuffle until one of them hits. Or if I want a banger, I'll go through till something, just basically just go through shuffle.
I would say the worst days are when I can't figure out what I want to listen to. And I will shuffle through like 90 songs in a row just trying to find one.
That's how I was on my way here. It was just me shuffling for like 45 minutes
because like you just couldn't find something.
I've been feeling real burnt out on music because
I have as well.
I think the way it works now, like I said, that $signs band, I'm super into it, and I've probably found them. I found it was one of those songs from like the Spotify radio when you're not paying attention. It just goes, and there's a song called Saturday, spelled Sadder day. And it came on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I like really fucked with that song, and then I found like 3 other songs, and then through listening, I found more, and it's kind of built up over time. And then I just aggressively listen to shit. Even that Pew album, I haven't touched it in like a month because I just aggressively listen to shit. And then I'm like, fuck, I need something else. Like, I think that's just how music is now. Mm-hmm. And then I'm so burnt out on shit that I'm just like, I don't know even what to listen to anymore. You know what I mean? Or you're just in a mood where you're like, I don't even know what I need, but it's not a banger. It's not a sad song.
I just need something.
Lyrical. Yeah. It's not this. It's just, I don't know. So, I'm a big shuffle guy. I don't understand the hate for shuffle. Nah. If you can shuffle a couple thousand songs, like, it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Shuffle's like the best.
That's why my playlist is called Hit After Hit After Hit.
I don't sit down and like play a whole album. It's very rare that happens. Right. It's new, or it's Blonde. That's the only. Yeah,
Blonde
thing.
is
Blonde. I'll occasionally go through that roller coaster ride in a very specific.
Yeezus,
mindset.
I'll play all the way through. I'll play Yeezus all the way through.
I don't know the last time I listened to E's song. That's what I feel like there's so many albums that I fucking just ruined because you just
burned them out so much.
Yeah. And I'll even be doing it even with like a song or something when you find that like perfect thing, especially when I feel like I'm in this drought. Like I said, with this $signs band, I feel like this always happens where there's a drought. I find a new thing. I like obsessively listen to it, and then you get and while you're listening to it, you're like, that you're fucking ruining it up,
but it feels so good,
and you're like,
but
I just want to keep hearing it. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, I fucking hate this song. I don't want to hear this anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just too much music.
That's
and it's
the
all
curse.
Weird now. So yeah, that's that, folks. If you're watching the video, the Homer candle was weird,
underwhelming.
Yeah,
underwhelming. We'll keep burning.
So we're gonna keep burning it each episode until we get what we want out of it. I just let a big juicy fart out.
Nice.
And yeah, that's it. If you're still listening to this and it's the day of or this weekend, contact us. We're in Minnesota making huge mistakes with underwhelming penises.
Sounds about right.
Anything else?
No. Come fuck with us at Soundset. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, if you're there, then come find us in a sea of 70,000 people.
It'll be perfect.
And we'll give you something.
We'll give you something special.
It never stops anymore. It just never ends.
Keeps going, for the love of God.